and welcome to my channel. Gonna be having lots of fun today doing leg day, which for me is just a ton of squats. I'm gonna be starting out right now wearing my 20-pound vest, just doing body weights, trying to warm up, get everything ready to go. Here we go, let's do this. If this is your first time checking out my channel, you just clicked on a video. Um, Basically, I'm just an average dad working out, having fun. Nothing super spectacular here as far as, I'm not doing a lot of variants. I'm not doing a lot of crazy stuff. I'm just sticking to the basics to see how far that will get me as far as staying physically fit, feeling good about my physique, and just being strong. My goal is to be strong for a long time. I'd like to still be lifting into my 80s. So it's not as crazy as other people. Everything I'm doing is pretty entry level, and I'm just kind of staying there and seeing how far it takes me. Everything you're gonna see me do is pretty entry level, pretty easy to do. It's hard because of the weight, but the actual motions and everything is not crazy. You're not having to stress about form or really destroying something. You still have to, focus on form. But it's not like I'm saying like, bend over the table, twist your back this way, swing your arm this way, and then one fluid motion, spin in a complete circle. It's nothing crazy like that. It's a lot more simple. Everything you're gonna see me do is just based on basic dumbbell exercises. If you have a set of dumbbells, you're kind of good to go for everything that I'm doing. As you need more weight, that's the nice thing about if you buy an adjustable dumbbell with plates. You can always add more weight. So you're not going to plateau. Again, I'm just taking that time to warm up. Warming up is crucial. You want to find out if there's anything wrong before you grab heavy weights. Today, my heavy weights are going to be the 70 pounds dumbbells. So I need to know before I get there if something's wrong. And that's very, very important, especially, paying attention to your knees, paying attention to your form, seeing if anything is tweaked or is going to be weird. I would suggest that if there's a problem, don't do the heavier weights. Just say, oh, today is not the day. Don't make excuses for yourself. Sore muscle is not the same as something's going to go wrong, and you can figure that out. Use the side of caution though. Don't push it when you're like, I don't know what this is. Trying to stretch it out, move it around, see if it clears. If it doesn't, just call it. Do something else. There's so many exercises you can do. There's no reason to injure yourself. All right, so the 30-pound dumbbells. Still warming up here. Right now I'm doing the front squat, but just while I'm warming up, when I grab the 70 pounds, it's gonna be a suitcase squat. And then the reason for that These weights, because they're flat, they're easy to hold together and like safely go up and down. With the dumbbells that are adjustable, they don't really do that. And it's also a lot harder to hold 70 pounds up like this and maintain being safe. There's a greater chance I would injure myself. I'd have to do less weight, and that's not my goal. So I stick with the suitcase squat. Lets me do more weight and be safe, which is key. If you're watching this, my goal in the way I pursue fitness now, as opposed to when I'm younger, is just steady growth. I'm not sprinting to some amazing physique. That's, for me, has always proven a great way to injure myself. I'm not good at being smart when it comes to lifting, so I have to pace myself and say, hey, this is what we're doing. We're in a marathon. We're not a sprint. We've got a long history of lifting ahead of us, or a future of lifting ahead of us. And I encourage you to pursue fitness that same way. In my experience, steady growth and steady, let's say weight loss. Steady weight loss to me has been better than crash dieting. Whenever I've crash diet, like I've lost 30 pounds in 3 months, like twice in my life. But it came with a lot of like not fantastic things. My strength was not as good. I wasn't able to lift as much while I was doing that cut. Also, one time I tore my pectoral muscle, and I think it's because I wasn't getting enough nutrients so my muscles could heal properly, and was pushing it too hard. Then next time I lost weight, I lost 60 pounds in a year, over 60 pounds, but it's just by having a steady diet and slowly pulling the weight off. Average about 5 pounds a month. Some months things were harder and just made up for it the next month. But that 5 pounds average loss a month is not that hard when you have excess weight. All right, I'm gonna grab the 70 pounds now. The nice side about 5 pounds a month, giving yourself a year to lose weight, is you're not crash dieting. You can change a lot about your life in that time and make good, constant decisions. For me, it was a lot of walking, then jogging and running when I could. And I lost enough weight to do that. So having consistent growth or consistent changes versus when you lose 30 pounds in 3 months, you're like, I'm gonna cut out all these things. And by the time those 3 months are up, you usually, if you're like me, you jump right back into all your bad habits. You're just tired of losing weight. And what usually happens is you lose the weight, and then as soon as because sometimes for me it was always part of weight loss contests. Lose the weight and then you celebrate, and after the weekend though, back to my goals, back to pursuing this. Weekend passes, you're still feeling like crap because you ate bad, so then you just keep going and you keep going. Well, I've only put back on 5 pounds, I've still lost 25 pounds, and then it's 10 pounds, and then you're back to where you were. Unless you have better self-control, which I don't have a lot of self-control when it comes to eating and drinking. There we go. All right, this is the 70 pounds. And that was 10. The nice part about being able to do 70 pounds is when your buddy calls you to help him move, there's nothing you can't lift on your half. So, combined weight of the dumbbells and the vest is 160 pounds. Usually anything that 2 people are moving is not going to exceed 420 pounds. So you got your half covered. Unless my math is wrong. Hold on. Sorry. 320 pounds. Whew. It's not going to exceed 320 pounds. So you'll always hold up your end of a friendship. All right. Do this again. As always, the goal is 3 sets of 10. Give myself a minute. Recover. Whew. That is not easy. Whew. The nice part about today is I'm working out at a reasonable temperature. It's 79 degrees in my garage, which is so nice compared to how it's been 88 or 89 degrees when I've been lifting lately. All right, here we go. I'm focused up. I listened to Moana's How Far I'll Go this morning. Just get pumped up for this. So let's see. See how far I'll go. Here we go. All right, that's 9. Ooh. That's 2 reps harder than last week. Ooh. One more to go to hit 3 sets of 10. Oh, so much fun. I think the Moana helped. Whew. One more. Last week I did 8. All right, we're gonna hit it again. One more thing. If I can get 5, I beat last week's. Oh, that's the goal. Oh, 6. Oh. Check out my kids real fast. My back. All right. All is good with the kids. I'm gonna go down to 60 pounds now. Just gonna adjust these dumbbells. Oh man. Feel good though this week. I ate good last night. So I had steak and some barbecue chicken macaroni. So I feel strong, carved up, proteined up, ready to go. All right, 60 pounds. So still 260 pounds, that's 120, 140. Here we go. That's 9. Ah. Mm. Need 40 seconds. Come back on. Oh. My grip was starting to go. Last week it was like my pinky was starting to give up last week. I need to hang in there a little bit longer. Let's go. All right. That's 6. Coming down to 50 pounds. Ooh. 15 more seconds. Here we go. That grip, man. That's 8. That grip is starting to go. It's 20 seconds. All right, here we go. That was more than 20 seconds. Oh, 6. Starting down in the 40s. All right. 40 pounds. So still, the dumbbells and the vest, still 100 pounds squatting. Go. All right. All right. This is gonna be the last set. Kids are getting restless, and I'm out of time. All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in this timeline. God bless you. Thank you.
All right, for leg day today with the 20-pound vest on, just for fun, I did 3 sets of 10 with the body weight. At 30 pounds, I did 3 sets of 10. With 70 pounds, I did 2 sets of 10, 1 set of 9, 1 set of 6. With 60 pounds, I did 1 set of 9, 1 set of 6. 50 pounds, I did 1 set of 8, 1 set of 6. And with 40 pounds, I did 2 sets of 8. Thank you.